Hi, welcome to What the Fitness with Heather Stevens. Heather has kindly invited me to show you some yoga poses. And today we're going to break down downward facing dog. Downward facing dog in Sanskrit, Adho Mukha Svanasana, but don't worry, you don't have to know the Sanskrit term to learn how to do the pose well and safely. So I'm going to break it down for you from the foundation, which is going to be our hands and our feet. I'm going to start with the hands. So I've laid out my mat out, so I'm going to be facing you. And I want you to see that I folded up the forward edge of the mat. Actually, I have this little mat piece here so that I'm finding just a little bit more padding for the heels of my hands. My hands will go just a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. And then look down at the creases of your wrists. Not your fingers, the eyes of your elbows. Just see if you can get the creases of your wrists directly in line with or in parallel with the forward edge of your mat. My hands are slightly forward of my shoulders. And then I'm going to tuck my toes and lift my knees, and the arms are going to stay pretty straight. And as I lift my tailbone up, I'm just going to let my head hang directly in between my arms. Now I'm not going to sag in, and I'm not going to push way up and out. But somewhere in between, there's a sweet spot where you feel strong, you feel supported, and your hands are supporting you perfectly. So that's something to just be very mindful of. Now I'm going to show you that turn to the side because I want you to look at my ribs on this next one. I'm going to show you what not to do in downward facing dog. Tucking your toes, I've got my same hand placement. I'm looking down at my hands, creases of my wrists. And then I'm going to lift my knees and push the tail into the sky. So I'm looking for pretty much an equal lateral triangle shape. Not that. This is me hanging in my shoulders. This does not feel good. So you want to bring your head in line with your biceps. I'm lengthening my fingers, pushing down into the base of my thumbs. So they say you should be able to easily flip up your pinky fingers. Now notice I have my knees bent. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So as you push the floor away, so watch again, I can push the floor away without scrunching up or dragging my ribs toward my thighs. So somewhere in between, there is a sweet spot there. Okay, so that's the first foundation. That would be your hands. So now let's work on the feet. Back edge of your mat, right? That's where your feet will be behind you. And your knees can move slightly behind. Again, your hands are slightly forward. Check the creases of my wrists. Now I'm going to lift my knees. So I want to have a sense that my tailbone is lifting toward the sky, not tucking under toward my heels. So I'm already really engaged through the core, and I'm lifting the tail, letting my head, again, find that space between my biceps. Now for most people, I'd say start with your knees bent, and then maybe you work your legs a little straighter, and your heels might make it to the floor. It's not all that important. What I do like to see, and that is that all 10 toes are pointing forward, or even slightly internally rotated. It's not a very big move, that internal rotation. And then again, you're pushing the floor away, and then instead of tucking, so I'll call that a tuck, you're not overarching, but you're trying to find that quality of an equal lateral triangle. And you're not staying very long. You don't have to stay very long in downward facing dog to get its full benefit. Give that a shot.